Welcome back, everybody, to AVTJC Absolute Victory Through Jesus Christ. My name is Scott Chopic. A little bit about myself. I was in ministry for 20 some odd years and a lay counselor for many years. Counseled the sick, the hurting, and the dying. Had a passion for that. Myself struggling with mental illness and stuff like that, I've just come to the place where I've had positive results in my life through my faith in Jesus Christ, and I want to share that with people that are still hurting, and make a difference in their lives. So I pursued and got a bachelor's degree in psychology in 2014, and now I'm currently pursuing a master's degree in professional counseling. And so that's my heart. I want to be able to reach out and help people. Tonight, what I want to share with you is a theory in psychology called the attachment theory. And what this is based on is studies on children and infants and the importance of a very solid base in their lives where there is a caregiver present. A positive situation for a child and a caregiver is that somebody is always there when in times of stress or whatever. It helps them build confidence within themselves. It helps them to explore their world or their environment. And if that caregiver is there for them to support them when they feel fear or whatever the case may be, it just helps them build a more positive perspective on society or on their surroundings. If they're in a negative environment where that caregiver is not there, they're less likely to explore their environment. They're very apprehensive, and it can lead to antisocial traits that they carry throughout their lifetime. Their brain will be wired differently because they're not able to experience a healthy environment, and it gets deep. Your experience, especially over a long extended period of time, really does matter on how your brain develops. So, in a negative environment over a long period of time, they can develop negative and antisocial skills that they can affect them for the rest of their lives. The reason why I wanted to share that with you is because, children really do thrive on security. If you've ever heard, and I've heard many people talk about this, and they've never really had the answer for it. So this is why I felt led to respond to this. Is it seems like whenever something goes wrong in the household or there's a divorce, children blame themselves for it, and I never really understood why. I mean, myself being a child, when I was a child, I understood that. I understood that concept, but I never really had the answer. Well, if you look at the attachment theory thing, it's all about security. A child wants to feel secure. So in a situation where parents are getting divorced or things aren't going right, a child will blame themselves, because if they can blame themselves, take the blame away from their parents, their world is still secure. So instead of passing blame on to one of the caregivers or both of them, that would cause their environment to seem very insecure. So by putting the blame on them, then the rest of their world is secure. Mom and dad, no way they could do anything wrong because they're my security. So that's very important to keep in mind with children who have went through divorce or whatever, who have taken the weight of the world upon their shoulders, is for them to understand that it's not their fault. Maybe you can take what I've just shared with you and somehow explain it to them in a way that they would understand. but just having knowledge of this, because I've had so many people say, well, children like to blame themselves, and they'll usually say, well, I don't know why. But this is why they depend upon that secure atmosphere. If they can take the blame upon themselves, then their world is secure. Mom can do no wrong, dad can do no wrong. Of course, until they reach the teenage years, then mom and dad can't do anything right. But this is vital, and I thought it was important to share. So if you know a child that is suffering, who is carrying the weight of the weight of the world on their shoulders, maybe you can somehow take something from this short message here and help them through this. Help them realize that it's not their fault. Whatever it is, any situation. Divorce comes to mind because I know children that go through divorces, they blame themselves, and it applies to many situations in life. So if you can take something from this message to help a child that is hurting, a child that is carrying the full weight of the world on their shoulders over a situation at home, I hope you can glean something off this and use it to help them. So I just thought it was vital to share that. I thank you very much for listening in. You have a great evening.